Yo, what's good? It's Mastermind MMA, and you are tuned in to some new shit because I'm going live for the fights, at least for now. I just wanted to make some video. I wanted to talk some about some shit. I got the motherfucking the fights going, as you can see. Hold on, how do I flip this bitch around? Yeah, you see, I got the fights going, and it's kind of got to get a better stream. Got the fights going out this bitch, so I got the early prelims on, or whatever the fuck it is right now. I don't know what it is, the early prelims or oh, he's going for an armbar. Anyway, well, am I smoking on my man? I'm smoking on I think it's some Gorilla Glue. Let me spark this up. Speaking of that, what's good, my man? SA Loco. Oh, some guy just knocked him out. I just missed that shit. Wow, that was wild. Yeah, that was fucking crazy. What was that? I gotta see that shit. Oh, he's out of it, dog. He can't even get up. He doesn't know where he is. Wow. He got knocked out, knocked out. Yeah, but anyway, that was a dope knockout. I'll watch the highlight. But yeah, Robert Whittaker is fucking out, dude. SA Loco. Remember we were looking at when we were talking about one of my last live streams about fucking about Whittaker and Gaslam. We were looking forward to that shit. I can't believe that shit's out now. It fucking sucks. But we got fucking Israel Adesanya versus Anderson Silva as the main event. I was thinking that the main event, if they were doing it, I think that they should have done Kelvin versus Izzy for the interim title, because Israel Adesanya originally was on that card. Like, they wanted him to be an alternate originally on the card, but he was like, no, I want to fight. It's 3 rounds. That's the crazy part about it. It's a 3-round main event on pay-per-view. It's like, how are you going to keep it that way? Like, how are you going to keep it 3 rounds? And I don't know. I guess, like, they could have slapped the interim title on that bitch, but you'd be fucking over Kelvin. So I get why you're not, but, like, this kind of sets back the plan they had of it being kind of like a middleweight tournament, you know? They were going to have it be like winner of Silva Izzy fights the winner of Whittaker Gaslam. But now that's fucked. So Whittaker had a hernia. And that hernia apparently, like, didn't bother him all during fight week. If it did, we don't know. Apparently it was bothering him so much during last night. Guess they didn't want to make it a 5 because I would assume they would have remade the contract. Oh, you're right. You're right, because it's pay-per-view, and if they have to redo the contracts for a 5-round bout, since none of them are champions, then both of them can argue for points. Because how are you going to have a non-title pay-per-view and not give anyone points? So I guess the UFC is just kind of like keeping it. I guess the fight was hyped up enough as it was. I felt like this is like Anderson's kind of got his mojo back, like that sauce he's had. Yeah, bro, that's the only thing I see that both was like, nah, fuck the 5. Yeah, exactly. They had to have offered like, yo, you want to go 2 extra rounds, and be like, yeah, if that's money, or the money's right. But then again, like, I don't know why they're not doing Izzy versus Gaslam. Well, I get that the Izzy versus Silva fight was super hyped up, and they really did a lot of marketing dollars, and stylistically it makes sense. It's the passing of guard and all that. But at the end of the day, this might be the last Anderson fight. For real, it might be. But what I do want to say is that Israel was, I don't know, man. Izzy was acting weird after. Did you see the weigh-ins, Mr. S.A. Brown Loco, where they fucking where Izzy was like crying? I mean, not Izzy. Anderson was like about to cry. I'm not sure how many fights he has left on his contract. I gotta look that up. But when Anderson Silva was like about to cry during weigh-ins and stuff like that, or when he was crying during weigh-ins, Israel Adesanya was like, I saw a interview after weigh-ins with Brett Okamoto. Israel Adesanya was like really like he's like, oh, I'm in my feels. Anderson Silva's a troll, and like he had him super flustered, and that bothers me because it's like I know Israel is a big fan of Anderson Silva, but at the end of the day, I don't know if Anderson is really going to get in his head. Because I feel like Anderson's best thing about him in his heyday was how he made people feel in the octagon, that aura about him, the mystic Anderson Silva. After a while, that went away after the Chris Weidman losses, but at the end of the day, Adesanya regards him that way. And Adesanya, I think, is reading way too much into the mind games. I know Anderson plays like his kind of mind games, like he has his own style, but like if you watched back in that era, he was like one of those guys that like used weigh-ins to get into people's heads, like wearing the mask on Vitor, fucking kissing Chris, all sorts of weird shit. My guy's got like a whole bunch of weird tactics, and he does it. So apparently Izzy, yeah, that mask was dope. That fucking Jabberwocky's mask or whatever, that shit was fresh as fuck. He needs to bring that shit back. And it was like Israel was like, I'm in my feelings right now. Oh, he was so flustered. And all right, I was thinking if you watch my pick and prediction video, I was like, I said that it could go one of two ways. Anderson is gonna, all right, I'm gonna talk about the boring way first. It could be two counter strikers just looking at each other, kind of giving each other looks, giving each other feints, kind of trying to read each other for a lot of times and waiting to act on each other. And the thing is, when you wait to act on each other, if one person isn't the instigator, then both of them are gonna I think that Anderson wins by sub or lose by TKO. My guy, Mr. S.A. Brown Loco, because I was just about to lead into that. I think that Anderson might win this, and in my pick video, I was talking about that because Anderson is slick with the counter. Izzy's going to play into his game. And on the real, no one played into Anderson's game. Anyone that got fucked up. That was in his prime. That was in his heyday. I get that. But at the end of the day, if you have systems and if you have the mastery of Anderson Silva, you might have traps that you never let out yet. And Israel, if he's kind of like over mystified by Anderson and over like, oh, this guy's the GOAT. I've been looking up to him, but I got to take him out. I'm the last style bender and all that. It's like, bro, yeah, that's cool and everything like that. But if it's all talk, you got to prove it. Now, on some real shit, Israel Adesanya very well could go up, embarrass Anderson, sauce it up, make it like the new passing of the guard performance where he's just ducking and diving and countering and question mark kicking to left hand and all that. All right, fuck you, nigga. All right, anyway, what's it called? Anyway, Anderson is going to be able to probably catch him, you know, because Anderson is on some shit where he might be able to, Anderson will be able to get off his things and maybe look like the best Anderson that he's ever looked. Because Anderson is gonna be able to be in a position where he can do what he wants to do. You know what I mean? He can do his game plan, which is stand and bang with them. Hope it's like the Cowboy fight and turns out Silva goes crazy. Honestly, bro, I feel like it might be. Because I feel like Anderson is just going to leave it all out there. And at this point, you're having someone that's going to play your game. You're not going to have to worry about someone constantly trying to take you down, someone trying to, you know, you don't have to worry about keeping your hands low for the purpose of blocking a takedown or stuffing a takedown or digging underhooks or any of that. At this point, you're going to use your feints. It's going to be a striking battle. Now, the only thing is, it can be like Till versus Wonder Boy, because you're going to have two people that are striking specialist, and when it could get to that level, it might be like on some super tactical shit where they're just where foot placement and range and a whole bunch of other shit is on there. And I hope that I hope that if Izzy gets it done, he'll be able to do his thing. But yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I might hop on during the main event, and yeah, you already know it's Mastermind MMA.